Anand, last time you were here, you told a great story about Stevie Wonder, and I do believe you also told a great story about how you also met Usher at the same time. Do we have any more stories on hand?
Oh, of course. Let me see. I know the publicist was had some called there's yeah, I don't want to embarrass anybody. Oh, you know what? I'll embarrass myself. You know what? There's one story that she doesn't want me to tell that is an absolute, and it's good for me to tell this story because it's me making a complete ass of myself. So uh so I will tell this story. And this was a while ago. This is not a recent story, thankfully. So I'm young. I was younger at the time, which is my caveat on why I was so stupid. All right,
I love it.
So we're with our friends. I'm with my friends, most of them guys. So you already see where this is going. Mostly guy friends, and we're in like Huntington Beach. I think we're at somewhere in
Okay. Huntington Beach,
and
California.
and we're there, and on this beach is so this is kind of hard to describe. This rarely happens. There is one woman on this beach, and this is a full beach that's I swear she's glowingly beautiful, right? Like unbelievable. Like everyone's noticing her, and you notice her from far away. Like you're just like, what? Right? Like she's that like stood out over everybody else on the beach, right? Right. So of course, as guys, we're all talking about it, and we're all joking. We're young enough where everyone's like teasing each other on who's gonna go approach her, right? As guys do. And and of course, right? And we're idiots, especially when we're young, right? I mean, when you're older, it's just so effortless, for lack of a better word, right? Like if you're attracted to somebody, next thing you know, you're talking to her. You don't. There's none of that. That in between, everything seems to happen in hindsight when you're older, right? Because you're just used to it. But when you're right, but when you're in like when you're younger, guys are idiots, right? And so we put each other into stupid situations just to see what happens. So, anyways, everyone's machoing themselves around about who's gonna go talk to her, and everyone's like coming up with excuses on why they're not going to. And me, I have no shame. so I was like, screw you guys. While you guys are talking about this, I need to go see that woman up close, right? So I'm already walking over there, right? Of course, like guys who they're watching me like it is. Every guy can relate to this. I don't know why guys do this to each other when they're young, right? They'll like watch each other be human. It's the stupidest thing ever, right? And yeah, I do not miss being a young man at all. It's just an insufferable experience. Testosterone in the human body is like putting rocket fuel in a lawnmower. It's so unnecessary. And so of course I go up to there, but I'm young. I have no game. I have no game at this point.
At least you're
right?
honest.
I have no game at this point. I had no plan. I had nothing. All I know is this woman is beautiful. My friends are being idiots, and I have to live up to their, the idiot expectations of my friends as well, right?
Yeah.
So I've already started walking. I can't back down.
No.
And the blood has left most of my head. So I'm not very smart, right? And so I walk up her and I'm trying to piece together what I said to her, but it was the worst pickup line of my life.
Oh,
it was something really like I don't know what came up with me because I was working on stuff there, and I think I said something stupid like, "Do you want to star in my new video?" or something like that. Right? It was really awful. It was really awful. No, that is what I said. That's what it was, right? So I offered, like, it was horrible. It was something like I would never actually say to anybody. Right?
Why would you go with the typical line?
I mean, it was so bad, right? Oh, and God. so I dropped this absolutely horrible. And obviously, she has no idea who I am. It's ridiculous, right? I'm young. I'm nobody at this point. I think I'm showing up on late night TV, and that's about best at this point, right? Like, I mean, right? I think that's like so. There's very few people. It's not like I'm going on the beach and she's like, "Oh my God, it's Anand Bhatt, of course." She's probably like, "Who is this moron talking to me about music videos?" Right? And so. And so I asked her, so she smiles, she's nice about it, and she's like, no, my sister would be interested in that. And she actually gives me her sister's phone number, right? And I'm like, epic fail, right? But of course I turn around, walk back to my friends or whatever. And I'm at this point proud of myself that I went and talked to her, right?
Right.
And so and nobody else was willing to. So I'm walking back, but as I'm getting closer to my friends, they're cracking up. Like they are laughing uncontrollably.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, and then there's no way they heard the interaction. They didn't hear the stupid line that I dropped on her, right? So they're not even making fun of that yet, right? So they're just cracking up. I'm like, what is so funny?
Gosh.
All right, so here's where I figure out what happened. They're like, you idiot. That was the actress Jamie Presley. So,
stop. No. No. Please tell me you're kidding. You're kidding.
No,
you're kidding,
I'm like, are you serious? I just treated Jamie Presley as she was just some nobody fangirl and hit on her with the worst pickup line of my life. And I mean, this is, and Jamie Presley was at her. She was quite popular.
Yeah.
right. I mean, maybe somebody young might be listening now, and they have to look her up, and then they'll recognize her and look her up. But trust me, my generation, it's like,
yeah, she was.
I would have seen her on the screen several times already, right?
Yeah.
Just didn't, just in person. There's this glow about her. And
yeah,
so
she was pretty much like I want to say like the early 90s, like early 2000s, like Margot Robbie, if people want to have a comparison. She was
perfect.
She was pretty. She was that gorgeous.
Perfect. So. Margot Robbie that is a perfect comparison, right? So if you're young, imagine you did this stupid thing to Margot Robbie.
Okay.
Right? That's actually very perfect.
Be able to show your face in public again. You would be ostracized from society.
I'm like, oh my, and I don't know what I did with her sister's phone number, even if there was. I probably didn't even check it, right? But I'm like, she was cool about it, right? I think my guess was the reason she was cool is she was expecting you to say, hey, excuse me, are you Jamie Presley? Right? Can I get a picture? I'm assuming that's what she expected me to say.
Right.
But, yeah. That is
oh my goodness.
That is me accidentally hitting on Jamie Presley in the worst possible manner.
Worst possible manner. You can't get any worse. I mean, it's good that she took it all in stride. But it's like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And wait, your friends didn't recognize that was Jamie Presley until later on?
Well, I guess not until later. Right? Until it was too late. I was already over there talking to her.
Oh,
right? So,
my goodness.
So by the time I walked back the other side of the beach, I mean, right? So I don't know to see them. I mean, they saw me talking to her, but they couldn't, it was far enough away where they couldn't overhear it.
Jamie Presley, the Jamie Presley.
Yeah. So they figured it out a little, while it was too late for me to figure it out, right?
Well, it was too late for me to figure it out. Yeah. Damage has already been done, so can't take it back. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you. Yeah. And you made that